Fantasy Goats. How are you this fine evening? I welcome the Rhino. I welcome all of you to our 2026 NFL Mock Draft 3.0. We were slated for two rounds. We're most likely only going to get through one. I really want to do two rounds, though, Rhino, but
We could see where we're at.
yeah, we'll see where we're at. Nevertheless, though, we are makeshift celebrating the return of Artemis 2. So congratulations on the Artemis. No, that shit was fantastic. Right. No, that was fantastic. I mean, you're at a loss for words for some of it. You know, the cameras that are, in 2026, like they're basically showing us. They're showing us everything coming in, right?
I didn't watch it, so
You're not into this stuff, are you?
no.
No,
I'm
you're
not.
not. I know you're not.
No.
Um,
Football.
yeah,
I love
football.
football.
Yeah, I love football too.
Now, if Artemis was coming in shaped as a giant football landing, and then Tom Brady popped out or something, yeah, I'd be watching that.
It looked like that a little bit.
Yeah.
It looks like a little shape. I don't know about a football shape, but I was all right. Real quick, just before, like 1995, I'm pretty sure was the year, and I saw the movie Apollo 13, right, with Tom Hanks, and I was captivated ever since that. Now that's a different story, but like the way the narrative that they were giving us upon this mission, well, now they have to come in and all the heat and all like how hot and the heat shield and so on and so forth, and it was like holy shit. Felt like and then I was waiting for like a little like mission control to like
to Major Tom.
Like the. But
Right.
there was none of that. So that was the only thing I was left a little disappointed. All right, that's the end of that.
Let's get the mock in. Let's get our mock on.
Let's get a mock draft 3.0. We'll also cover while we're doing this. Well, I know the Falcons don't have a first round pick, but they exercised Bijan today. Well, that doesn't really change much as far as I'm concerned. They were going to do that no matter what.
Right.
And the other big news. While we put Fernando Mendoza at the 1.01 to the Las Vegas Raiders, the other news, of course, was the Eagles acquiring Dontavian Wicks.
You know what? I like that.
From the Packers.
For what, 6th round, right? Was it a 6th round?
It's a 5th round this year, and a 6th rounder in 2027. Yeah, so they got two day 3 picks in exchange for Dontavian Wicks. I think the bigger picture here, tell me if you're with me or you're not. This is kind of like an insurance play.
I like that.
This has to be an insurance play, just if they like whether they know it or they don't yet. It's always the possibility between now draft day and June 1st or post June 1st that they move off of AJ Brown. Like some team does pay the barter.
Yeah, because it seems like as soon as that happened, all of a sudden everything lit up about that happening. That the Eagles are closer to moving him. Just
So
I don't know where he falls in the wide receiver landmine. If Brown does get moved, I would wide receiver 2 or wide receiver 3 because they signed with Hollywood Brown in off season and one other wide receiver. I just can't remember who. So it was interesting when I saw that. I kind of like it.
I like Wicks.
So do I.
I mean, he's a good football player.
And you know what, too? This other thing crossed my mind when I saw that. Golden. That's one less receiver. That's actually, so Dobbs and him is one less receiver for him to have to worry about.
Yeah, I mean, I would expect Green Bay to draft another wide receiver again.
And they might. You never know.
I don't. Right? Yeah, I'm not sure if that this wide receiver room is always like, okay,
Wonky.
who's getting the ball, right? So if there's Christian Watson healthy, if there's Jaden Reed healthy, if there's now Matthew Golden solid second year, I don't see where one over either of them. Like, I don't see either of them really absorbing all of Romeo Dobbs and Dontavian Wicks' targets. I mean, Dontavian Wicks didn't have many targets. He's a good football player. The problem is he was in a crowded room. He was in a crowded wide receiver room, and a little bit of inconsistency plagued him. Yeah, no, this is. I think all eyes now would be on AJ Brown, because I mean Dontavian Wicks as a third option, fourth option for the Eagles. Let's not forget also, you still got the fact that the offensive coordinator is from this Packer system, so maybe he wanted to grab one of his guys. I don't know.
Right.
Like, I mean that's part of it, but I don't know. I don't see Dontavian Wicks just
moving the needle at all.
I don't see him moving. Well, I don't see him moving the needle. Even if AJ Brown leaves, I don't see him moving the needle like that. No, I don't. I see him as a good receiver. I see him as someone that will. Could you imagine like 80 catches? That's no. What is he going to do? How many catches is he going to have? How many targets is he going to have? If he gets 100 targets, that would be a miracle.
No, it's probably around 80 targets, 60 catches.
Yeah, that's.
I think I would. Right now, I would say probably wide receiver 3 numbers.
Yeah, it's not really what we want. But again, it's not a bad move for Philly, especially if this is the insurance play. All right,
let's get going.
Well, we are going. Go ahead. You're on
the clock. You're Jets. You're the Jets, dude.
This time, I think we're gonna allow you to make the Jets pick. We know where I stand.
All right, we're going Sonny Styles.
Sonny, baby. Sonny Styles. Sonny Styles. Sonny Styles.
Even though theoretically they say he's inside linebacker, but he can play inside and outside.
Sonny Styles is
he has the size to play outside too. To play edge.
Sonny Styles is a dog.
Yeah, he is, man. Yes, he is.
Sonny Styles.
Now, do you think they would go cornerback right there, or do you think that's too soon?
Who?
The Jets.
No, they're not going to go cornerback there. I mean, if you've been following, if you've been following the Shepherd and the off-season content and the Jets rebuild, they brought in a couple of pieces. One of them happens to be the dude from Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
They retained one of their corners. I think they're content. Will they draft another one? Yes, probably, but they're not going to draft Mansour Delane in this spot or Colton Hood in this spot. Now you've got to. We can make this we could have this conversation at pick 16, but I'm going to circle it back around. If you've been following your Shepherd and the Jets,
they can get a solid one in the second round.
Yeah, I don't have the Jets with a 16th overall pick. I don't. But that's just me projecting, seance dancing. I mean, look, it's not that far fetched out of the question. We've seen this maneuver be done before. Why would you want to just like take a swing at the middle of the round, first round pick, when you could just get 2 dogs in the upper tier to anchor your defense? But again, you can check that out on the channel. By the way, Goats, if you're joining us for the first time, Please like and subscribe. Join us. Context over noise. Context. The context is the Jets are drafting the best possible players right now. There's really no need. Now, the Arizona Cardinals, that's a different story. Much different story, Rhino.
Yeah.
If they do the Sonny Styles move at 2, which is in play without question, then they would have to make the Godfather offer the Jets would to get into the Arizona 3 spot to take
They have the
Orville
capital.
Reese.
They had the draft capital to do that too.
They do. It's just a matter of, is it going to be too rich?
Right.
That's the only question. If they're going to hold us at ransom, I don't think they'll pull the trigger. If they're reasonable,
You got to be smart about it, because otherwise, if they're not smart about it, it'll hurt their organization.
If they're reasonable, the Cardinals, and they take pick 16 and take a couple of those second round picks, then the Jets could take Orville Reese. But if not, they may have to let him go, and Arizona's going to take him. There's nothing else to it. Like the only way the plan works for the New York Football Jets is if they move up to get Reese and Styles. That's the plan. All right, on the clock now.
We're gonna go. I'm gonna buy the smoke. I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy the noise that Jeremiah Love. I'm not gonna believe in the coach speak about, I really like our running back room. Both running backs are really good, but they're not Jeremiah Love. They're not Jeremiah. If you have a chance to draft somebody like a Jahmyr Gibbs, you're going to draft him, and that's what I think what Tennessee does. Hook him up with freaking with Ward. It's a nice start.
But here's the thing, right? Two things could be true at once.
Mm-hmm.
Like Robert Saleh or whoever said that, Brian Dable, whoever. Yeah, well, I like Tony Pollard. Yeah, Tajay Spears. Yeah, he just had an unfair shake with injuries. They could conceivably like the two of them and still really like Jeremiah Love. Tony Pollard's not getting any younger, and Tajay Spears is
injury prone.
Is not elite in that sense. No. Yeah. Let's not forget also, you've got an owner there who I'm pretty sure comes from like the Oilers system of ownership, right? Doesn't she? Like the owner remembers the heydays of having like the actual bell cow feature running back as early as just not too long ago, Derrick Henry too. So
yeah,
it's reading those tea leaves. Look, they could definitely go in another direction. They could definitely continue to add on defense, which would be on brand, or they could go with like one of the better offensive prospects in this.
So let me ask you this too. We should when Chev was on, should ask him this. Can you picture them maybe drafting defense right here and then coming back in to get Jeremiah Love?
Only if they have the capital, which I don't know if they do. I wouldn't see them exhausting a future to do it. And I don't think they would do it at running back. I could see them maybe doing something along those lines with something in round 2 to come back into the first round, but it would to come back into the first round for another player that they really, really like on defense. Maybe another one of those corners.
Yeah, maybe like Hood. All right. I could see that too.
But again, the way these guys operate, who knows? Who knows what they can concoct?
All right, what are the Giants doing here?
This would be Caleb Downs. Come on down, baby. Another dog, another versatile player, another guy that's supposedly got just like these instincts, another safety. You want to call him a tweener. I don't really like that word.
No.
How about hybrid?
Yep.
The instincts are out of this world. The IQ, how about that? The IQ, from what I'm hearing, is out of this world. And I don't think John Harbaugh will be able to lay off the pick. Now, of course, this is a mock draft. If Sonny and the Jets do, like if the Jets don't get another crack for Sonny Styles, I can see Sonny Styles staring down at the Giants, and then that's a much different conversation that they have to have. Which one of the Ohio State dudes? But if Sonny's off the board, I don't think he can lay off of Caleb.
Yeah. All right. So Cleveland, because you have two picks in the first.
Yep.
They're gonna go tackle. They're going to right there, Francis Maioga. They just did a recheck on his medical and all came back good. So they'll go Maluga, yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't get that info.
Yeah. So which pick is Jacksonville's pick? Because remember last year they traded their pick to Jacksonville, so Jacksonville gets picking Travis Hunter, who now has been said that his primary position is going to be DB.
This is their pick. This sixth overall is Cleveland's pick, and then because don't you have to like if you're getting a future, don't you have to wait for results to be able to see whether it's going to be your own or the other team's pick? Just so you're not like you're getting the better advantage, like you're getting the worse record now. Whether that's your record, Haslam, or the other organization's record, you're getting the better of the two. So this is Cleveland's pick, and then their second one is Jacksonville's. Just like the Jets, right? The Jets have the second overall pick. They were the second worst team for 2 decades, and then they're getting Indianapolis, which is smack in the middle. Yeah. Now next year's a different story. Next year, holy shit! Next year, Archie. Oh, some of these other guys. Now, okay, so you're going to give them a tackle.
Yeah.
Because they're in dire need of that sort of thing.
Yep. They lost by every offensive lineman. They made some trades to get offensive linemen, but still, they need to protect whoever's quarterbacking them.
Well, we got the Commanders. The Commanders could use a weapon, right? I think the Commanders would be a team to not pass up on Carnell Tate.
Yeah, I like that.
If Cleveland doesn't draft him, which I mean, every Tom, Dick, and Dick has Carnell Tate going to the Browns. That would be lousy.
Oh my God.
That'd be lousy for fantasy purposes, at least projected to be lousy. Yeah. This would project to be not lousy. The opposite. This should project to be very good for us for fantasy. Either way, we're talking about the best wide receiver. Actually, you may have something to say about that. He's probably the most pro ready.
I've said this. My preference is Mekhi Lemon just because I'm a USC stan. I'm biased in that opinion, but give me either one of them. Carnell Tate's a dog.
Carnell Tate is a dog. Carnell Tate is going to win the 50-50 ball 9 times out of 10. That's like anchor.
He's got this sideline awareness. He's a complete wide receiver.
He's
not afraid to go in the middle.
He comes from the factory.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets. I mean, the Commanders could use another weapon. You know,
He'll probably come in as wide receiver 2, and then next year be wide receiver 1.
you're shipping Scary Terry to the glue factory.
Yep. Yeah. The Niners. They like the older wide receivers.
Oh no, he's not going to the Niners.
All right. So with the Saints on the clock here, I think they pair Olave with Mekhi Lemon.
Oh.
I know.
Oh wow.
I know.
Wow. So we're going back to back wide receivers. Cardinal Tate to the Commanders, and the Saints hand in their card, and it's Mekhi Lemon. Holy smokes! All right. Look, that's why they call it a mock draft.
So the next pick is at 42, and that's it. They only have 2 picks in this draft.
I don't necessarily. All right. Look again. All right, that puts the Kansas City Chiefs on the clock with a bevy of options. Now that the Rhino just sent another wide receiver off the board is Ruben Bain, who is possibly the second, if not third, best edge rusher in this class with David Bailey. There's no way they're leaving without one of these dudes. One of these 2 dudes. And considering I would have, if this would have went in a different order, I think we would have gone Mansour Delane here, but they're not going to go Mansour Delane when they have a David Bailey or a Ruben Bain on the clock. So, I don't know. I mean, look, Ruben Bain is an absolute motor. So is David Bailey, very quick off the line from what I'm reading. Very pro-ready from what I'm reading. Not that Ruben Bain isn't, but we all know what's kind of knocking Ruben Bain. If you're a team that's a stickler for some of these measurements, you're not drafting Ruben Bain. You're drafting David Bailey.
Right.
So we're going to give him David Bailey. We're going to give him David Bailey. The Bengals. We know where they're going.
They're going to go Ruben Bain. If he's there, they're going to take him. If they don't take him, they'll take Dylan Thiemann, the safety from Oregon. But I think they're going to go Bailey. I mean, Ruben Bain.
Oh, Ruben Bain, or Mansour Delane. They really need some corner help.
Some of the teams that don't have that many draft picks
they need a lot of help.
In the right here, they might be teams that we look that draft move back to get some more draft picks. That's something that needs to be watched,
Yeah, because a lot of this portion of the first round, a lot of these dudes are almost graded very, very similarly, very equal. I mean, Ruben Bain might be considered like a project. And going to the Bengals, I feel like that's the wrong team. I don't think that's the right fit. They may think it's the right fit, but I don't think that's going to be the right fit for Ruben Bain. I think Mansour Delane from LSU.
That's a good one too.
I think that might be more. I think that's more in line to what the Bengals really need, which is to get their secondary up to speed. And Mansour Delane does that.
And guard too. You can go Leone too, right here.
Sniper.
But I think they'll go Bain. If he's there, they're going to go there. What's up, Sniper?
No, because this makes more sense here. Now you've got the Dolphins on the clock.
Oh, so you want me to take the Dolphins now?
Yeah, we'll keep them home. We'll just keep them home. Hometown. Same place. Right? Creature of habit. Natural habitat.
They're gonna go Jamani McCoy.
The Dolphins?
Yeah.
They're not going to take Ruben Bain?
No.
Is it your pick or mine?
Well, I gave my pick for Cincinnati, then he vetoed it. So this is my pick. They're gonna go McCoy.
The Dolphins are going to go McCoy, and they're gonna let Ruben Bain fall.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Where's McCoy? The real McCoy. Shady McCoy.
Yeah. Dude ran a 4.3 as pro day.
Okay, so Ruben Bain will join the Cowboys.
Yeah.
That works.
That's good.
That works also. I think they'd be real happy with that. Donovan as Raku and Rashawn Gary. Rashawn. What happened to Rashawn Gary? He's playing with Kenny Clark. That's what happened to Rashawn Gary. Rashawn Gary and Kenny Clark. Why is everybody leaving the Packers? What's going on over there? What's going on? Dontavian today, Rashawn Gary, Welker. Holy smokes, man. Yep. To the Cowboys. Ruben Bain, come on home. All right, what are the Rams going to do? What do the Rams want to do?
I think right here they're going to go. In my mind, they'll trade back. I've seen things floated that Miami moves up to this spot, and the Rams move in their spot, and then they draft Omar Cooper. But we're doing this straight up, so
maybe we'll do the 4.0 last mock draft next week with trades. Maybe. No promises.
They surprise everybody and go Sadiq.
That would be a surprise. That would absolutely be a surprise. Come on, what is this nonsense? Get the hell out of here. Sadiqi. Tight end premium.
They could go Jordan Tyson, but I think the injury stuff worries him, but we'll see what happens because he's having his own special pro day tomorrow, I think.
No. I think Jordan Tyson is gonna go early, as in like right now, to the Baltimore Ravens.
There you go.
I think
that surprised a lot of people because that's not a normal Baltimore Raven freaking pick, you know. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I like that.
You know, it's time to put up or shut up. Mm-hmm. You know, Zay Flowers had the best season of his career last year, and that was an 80 catch for like 1,000 yards and 5 touchdowns. That was his best season. So I mean, like, yeah, I get it. And by the way, Sniper, you know that put him at like wide receiver 7 in fantasy. That type of season. Just to give you an idea of how, you know, the overall lack of production or the overall, you know, the offensiveness of the wide receiver position was down last year. Down. Anyway, so yeah, the Ravens, I like Jordan Tyson here. Give Lamar a weapon. Health, yes, health is definitely in question.
All right, they go. Tampa Bay goes guard.
They're going with the Penn State guard.
Yeah, Leone. Yeah.
Yeah, this guy's like this is like a
Dude's a dog.
He's an absolute. I heard he's like an absolute like truck dog.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
maybe not a dog. This guy might be like an attack lion or an attack tiger.
He gets to the first first
I heard
line, the second line, and dudes are flying.
I heard
Flying like Superman, bro.
He mauls people. That's
Yeah.
that's what I got. He's mauling
Yeah.
people.
Yep.
Might as well use this fucking thing. This beast. This thing is a beast. Hold on. I'll get you the exact words here that I was reading. A La Vega I own a thick, nasty mauler on track to be a long-term NFL starter. That's just the blurb.
Yeah.
A thick, nasty mauler. Yeah, I wouldn't mind having him. I wouldn't mind having him on my team. Here's the other thing, also, Rhino. You know how like we're kind of recalibrated a little bit with like teams really want to have the pressure coming from inside the interior, so that would be the tackle, right? Who's to say that now teams are kind of sort of recalibrating where the guard position needs to be, right? You're gonna need a mauler. You're gonna need a guard to help out the tackle. You know, we all know the tackle's there to make sure that the quarterback is protected, but so is the guard. So I don't want to say that's a complete recalibration. It's more theory than anything else. But I think
with Zach Robinson, now the OC, if you remember, if you just think how Atlanta and Bijan Robinson played, he ran inside out. So that's why this is a good pick right here, because Bucky could run inside out.
Who?
Bucky.
Okay.
Bucky boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and goats.
Ty Simpson.
Pick 16. I don't believe it's going to be here. I don't believe they're going to have one. But for purposes of this exercise, I'm not doing fucking Ty Simpson.
Would they go Omar Cooper, do you think, if they're right there?
Too early.
Too early?
Too early. I'm going to give him Keldrick Falk. Right?
Yeah.
Because we already have Sonny Styles. Let's give them Keldrick Falk here. We'll give him an edge. He doesn't have to play right away. They have Will McDonald. They've got Joseph Asai. Joseph Asai came
situational, when he.
Which one?
Falk.
Yes. Well, yes, of course. Situation. Yes, absolutely. And if it turns into something better, then fuck yes, of course. Of course, it would be situational. Let's not forget also, a lot of people, not a lot, not the Jets Twitter, but I think many fans from the outside looking in don't know or aren't aware that like Aaron Glenn's running this 3-4 hybrid base defense. So like three dudes with their hand in the ground, but not all the time, obviously. So to start off, you have a guy like Osai. I know he comes from the Bengals, but he comes from the Bengals with a purpose. They took him from the Bengals because of his efforts that they see. His effort.
I know.
Effort. Now, Will McDonald is one of theirs. He was drafted from the last operation.
Let me ask you this, because you had the ears to the ground for the Jets. You know, you see a lot of stuff online that they really love Adonai Mitchell. Do you think that's smoke, or do you think there's some truth to that?
No, it's both.
Is it?
It's both. They see Adonai Mitchell as a guy that's going to be a good pro for them. Good role. He's not the Jets' alpha wide receiver. They have that
No,
already.
oh
They
God, no,
have
they
it.
got that in
They have
Wilson.
no. So I'm saying so if they have Garrett, that is the
Batman.
no, what's the other word I'm looking for? Like just like the ultimate chess piece
Mhm.
for the offense. Adonai is someone that is going to do what is asked of him, whether that's stretch the field, whether that's to do this, to do that, spot. However, at the same time, I do think it's also I really do believe, based on really getting to know Darren Muji, he's also throwing up the smoke screen. Of course, he wants you to think that he's completely settled on his wide receiver room. With the amount of wide receivers in this class and the amount of picks that they got, I think they'll be able to look again. If I think they'll be able to like have their say at like Denzel Boston in the next round, or
Right.
Jeremy Bernard in the next round, and they'll be completely happy with that.
Yeah. Agreed.
They'll
All
be,
right.
they'll be totally happy with that. Let's not again like this. They don't need to have as much as it'd be nice to have a Makai Lemon. It'd be nice, but it's not necessary when there are other areas of the field that you'd want to just absolutely be
Right.
filthy in.
All right. So Lions on the clock. They go fund him. They get their tackle, their future tackle.
They want to have they are right, aren't they
have-
moving? Aren't they moving? What's his name over to the other side?
Penei?
Yes,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think they're
so they-
moving Penei Sewell, and there's a void now. Yes, Spencer Fanu, come on down. The Vikings have been creaming for this guy,
Yeah.
and from what I see on tape, he's very good as well.
Yeah. He's
What does this guy say about Dylan Thiemann? A durable, versatile safety who could start in almost any coach's defensive scheme. That's good. That's a good player right there.
he could play like the star position, safety and slot. All right. Panthers.
A lot of these dudes are coming in. I mean, we saw it at the combine, right? A lot of these dudes are coming in fucking so much more athletic than they used to be. They could do multiple things. They play different. They play several positions. The more versatile you could be, the better of an asset you are. That's why I think the fucking Jets aren't drafting no David Bailey. Why would you do that when Orville Reese could be used all over the place? Why?
So Panthers.
Kenyon Sadiq. Oh, wait. No. He's now in 14 personnel on the Rams. So,
But if okay, so let's say that happens. Because he has, you disagree with it, but everything I read and saw, he does his blocking prowess. So he can play inside out. Same thing with Terrence Ferguson. So they're both freaking nightmare matchups. You know, just extra chess pieces for the 12 personnel or 13. You know,
I think they're over, like, you know how like these teams, I'm sure they have like their huge whiteboards or like whatever they use like in their offices about their depth charts. You're already at max for the tight end position. You're sacrificing if you add Kenyon Sadiq. I'm just saying, think of it this way: you add Kenyon Sadiq as much as you like him, you're thin somewhere else. That's all. You're thin.
But they're in a good position where they can do that, and not where they can cut Davis Allen, they can cut Kobe Parkinson, they can cut Higbee, which I doubt they would because he's a national treasure for the Rams. And I see, I know that sounds kind of stupid, but I say it in a good way because he's so beloved in that locker room.
Yeah, he's been there longer than Stafford.
Yeah.
He's been there longer than McVay, maybe.
He might have been the first tight end drafted by McVay, or he might have been. No, he was in the St. Louis Ram. I don't think he goes back that far. So I think maybe since 2017. I could be wrong. All right. On the clock, the Panthers. They go. I think they'll go. I think they'll go Amari Cooper. Let's do that.
Omar Cooper, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, come on down.
You got a three-headed monster of Tet, Coker, and then Omar.
Jerry's on the clock. Jerry, does he want to do CJ Allen here? He already has Ruben Bain. Oh, this guy's a dog.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's
He's been compared to Emmanuel Worry.
This guy's a dog. That's that right there. Dane Brugler's got him going right around here. A rangy, wiry safety with impressive speed who may see NFL reps as a rookie. So you know what that is? So that tells me, fine. The Cowboys aren't drafting necessarily for a need. They don't need to have them right now. Like, okay, let's get this guy. Let's get this freaking dude coached up. It's a weapon right there, and it's a Toledo defensive back. So like that's what they do over there. All right, who's up?
Steelers.
Steelers don't get a pick. Steelers need Ty Simpson.
That's what I was going to say.
That's where they go.
I think they go Ty Simpson because he could sit behind Will Howard for a year or whatever Aaron Rodgers is going to do.
Will Howard. Yep, there you go, Mike.
This really is a Steelers kind of pick. If not him, then I'd say like Jonah Coleman or Jadarian Price, just because it's the Steelers.
Well, you know what? I wouldn't put it past them. Again, I wouldn't put it past them drafting another running back, but it's not going to. It won't be till the next day. Jadarian Price is interesting. But in any event, we'll get to that another day. Jadarian Price, Mike Washington. That's why I kind of wanted to roll 2.0, but since it's just us two for 3.0. No, I wanted to do a 2-rounder in 3.0. Sorry. Okay, here's the thing now with the Chargers. I think that it would make sense for them to take Akeem Mesidor as the heir apparent to Khalil Mack. However, this dude, Akeem Mesidor, isn't coming in at like 21 years old either. He's coming in like 24, 25. This guy's kind of old for someone coming out. So I don't know if they're gonna want to have Akeem Mesidor be, especially if he doesn't wind up matriculating into a second contract by the time, right? Like if he's a first round pick, by the time they have to, I'll be like 28 years old, 29 years old at that point still. I don't know if they're going to want to do that. Let's give them Avion Terrell. Could they use an Avion Terrell? The Chargers? Why the hell not? Avion Terrell is...
I think their secondary last year was mid.
He's undersized, but NFL teams would be wise to bet on his quickness and skill set. Again, these are just the blurbs.
His brother is a dog.
We know his brother's a dog.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna do Avion Terrell. It's the Eagles now.
They're gonna go Monroe Freeling.
They
They're
could
gonna take their tackle of the future.
with that.
Lane
Here's the
Johnson's
Jack.
getting up there in age.
Here's the Cleveland Browns second first round pick from Jacksonville. They could take Akeem Messinor, but then that's running actually counter. That would be the same argument with the Khalil Mack.
Mm-hmm.
CJ Allen. The Bears.
The Bears. They do go back. I think they go back up. Next one. They go Caden McDonald.
Okay, in the Buffalo Bills, ladies and gentlemen. Get over here.
Where do you think they go?
Get over here, little Denzel, maybe. Or Casey Concepcion. It's Casey. It's Casey.
Yeah. San Francisco.
That makes sense to me.
The Niners go Eli Stowers.
Now?
Yep, now.
Oh my God. It's a good thing that you're not a general manager for a real team. Stowers.
I was real about him. Yeah.
What? Who? Horton Here's a who? ADP ranked 53, ADP 55.7, tight end out of Vanderbilt. He's home.
6'3", 230. Wait, no, 6'4", 239. Who now they're saying could be a wide receiver. He's the same size as Mike Evans. But that's your future freaking tight end. Once freaking Kittle retires. And who knows how good Kittle is going to look when he comes back. Offensive weapon. They could go running back right there too.
No, they'll go running back. You know that.
At some point they'll go running back.
Oh yeah, no. You know that. It's just it won't be now. It won't be there. All right. The Akeem Messinor slander has gone too far. Welcome to Houston. Kansas City, the Chiefs.
They go Colton Hood.
The Dolphins' next pick. Where's this other guy? Not Cassius Howell, not Caden Proctor.
You don't think they go wide receiver right here?
They need one. I get it.
Their wide receiver was Talik Washington, Tolbert, Tutu.
No, I mean honestly, I think the Dolphins probably. I don't think they would have taken Jermod McCoy there. I don't know if Jermod McCoy, unless this team really just doesn't give a crap.
They have no secondary.
I know they need a lot of help. This team
behind Mansour, he's the second best DB.
But I mean, like at the same time, like I get it. But like now, what are you gonna do? You gonna settle for Denzel Boston?
They could, yeah.
I mean, I don't think they have a choice, but
or they go back-to-back DB or guard.
You might as well just double down on it, right? If you're gonna go defense, you might as well double down on one side of the ball, not like take a swing at this guy when you know he doesn't really have. He doesn't have this type of grade on him.
And the chances are he might fall back to him at pick 30.
Yes, he doesn't have that type of first round grade. It's borderline for Omar Cooper of having that first round grade.
Yeah.
Borderline. All right. So where the hell are we?
They can go Prigadon too, or
I think they're going to double down on defense. I think that's the move. Cassius Howell,
that's nice.
little Cassius Clay. The Patriots, Diana Rossini. Too soon? Too soon?
What a mess that is, man.
We'll
I
get
need
to
to
that.
go Caden Proctor. Tackle.
You see the level of I don't want to say intelligence, but see the level of maturity that we have succumbed to
Hmm.
on other platforms, on other situations, other spheres, other echo chambers. The amount of maturity that's come to, where if two adults get caught sleeping, and I don't mean that sleep. I mean sleeping where like they weren't aware that cameras were around, and the somewhat high profile member of the New England Patriots. And now, like, what they think it was just going to get buried? Like now, so now it's all over the echo chamber, the echo sphere.
Big time.
Now,
Big
so now,
time.
now it's all over the place. Where rather the place of employment. Then no, it's not Denzel Boston. It would be, you know what we're doing here. You know what we're doing. Where is he? One
Going
second.
Jadarian Price.
I was gonna go Mike Washington or Jonah
Okay.
or Jonah. Which
Either
one?
all three of them are in play right here. Jonah's a hometown boy.
Yes, he is, and that's why he's going to the Hawks.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. You try to make this as simple as possible. She is now. I feel like they're no pun intended. They're sidelining her now, and using the bullshit excuse, which should have been done days ago, really, of calling into question the integrity of the job.
Well, not only that, but they're also calling the integrity of the possible trade between the Eagles and the Patriots.
Well, that goes to the integrity. Well, there is no trade. There is no trade of the New England Patriots and the Eagles, but it goes to the integrity of her reporting on inside information, which she should have inside information. But how did she obtain the inside information? Does she have that type of relationship with Vrabel? And here's what it comes down to, right? Call it what you want, man. Whether you want to call it adultery or not, they're not doing really anything that wrong, other than the fact that her professionalism is now called into question. But rather do that immediately 3 days ago, when this shit starts to hit the fan. Now, because it's building up on Wednesday, builds up again on Thursday. You've got her colleagues reporting on it. You've got moron that's salivating over it with over 1 million views, because this is exactly what he does. Rumors.
Yeah, I know.
And now look at the situation. So now they have to put her to the side. Now while we investigate whether your journalistic integrity was compromised doing all this, whether it's the Patriots and the Eagles situation, whether it's any, she's
this is not the first time she's been accused of it too.
She's their national reporter. She's reporting on all. She's supposed to be locked into all 32 teams. She's not like She's not like Rich Samini for the Jets or whoever the hell is covering the Rams nowadays. She covers it for The Athletic, the New York
Right.
Times. The New York Times. That's what they are. So it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that the level of maturity from everyone calling her a whore, gold digger, this and that, that and this, showing photos of her, blah 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 blah. It should have been squashed days ago. Days ago. Look, The Athletic is now just, what do you want to call it? A timeout? She's not suspended. She's like, she's just without. She's still getting paid, I think. It's just she's not. She's relieved of work till investigations. Look, I didn't really.
And that's just a polite way of saying, well, we're going to sideline you until this blows over, and then we'll put you back out there.
Unless there's some real lousy, shitty impropriety that went on.
Yeah.
Unless they do uncover something. Now, from where I come from, if you put enough resources to it, Rhino, you can uncover fucking anything. or manufacture it. But I don't know. I mean, I didn't really wasn't big on her to begin with.
Yeah, she does have a very good reputation.
She's got contacts. She's been doing this for a while. She's got contacts, but she's not someone that is. She's up there.
Not a reliable source.
She's not the source.
Yeah, the sources that she gets her stuff from sometimes isn't the most reliable.
She's right. So she's not the source. She's reporting what she gets. But now you see her hugging, hanging out the pool with Mike Vrabel. It's like, okay, what the fuck now? If she was first to market on anything that had to do with the Patriots or the Titans for that matter, if she was first to market with of course you're supposed to have inside information. Yeah, per my sources. She's not supposed to scream per Mike Vrabel, who I just fucked.
That'd be
right? No, yeah. You don't come out like that. You said per my sources or blah 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 blah. So yeah, her source can be Mike Vrabel, but yeah,
that'd be an inside source, right?
But at the same time, it's like, does she have shit that she shouldn't have either? That's why I don't see why or where this investigation could lead. She is a reporter. Now, if you're gonna chalk it up to, well, this isn't very professional if you have a personal relationship with him. I don't think that I don't really see it that way. You know what I mean? Like you should be able, if let's say the two of them weren't married, right? Couldn't they consummate? And then maybe she wouldn't be able to be a reporter anymore, or or he can't be a head coach anymore. I don't see it working that way. But there's not really anything. There's not much wrong that they did except for personal conduct. Let's take it to this Michigan. This dude who got canned from Michigan football because he had a relationship with somebody inside the building. They fired his ass immediately because you just can't have that type of. But I mean, I don't see that working the same way with Vrabel and a reporter. It's just
it's just a bad look.
It's a bad look. It's an absolute bad look.
And then a different way of looking at it too. And this is going to sound bad, but how happy in their marriages are they if they're doing this? Because they're not. If they had solid marriages, then this wouldn't be happening. And that's a sad thing to say, but a lot of times when there's cheating going on, there's some unhappiness going on because nobody that's happy with the marriage is going to cheat on somebody.
I mean, that's nice and sappy, but let me.
Talk to Rhino here.
You know, I get it, but here, I think this is more of a reality. And again, it's nice. It's nice how you present that. Not, I would say, you and few, in my opinion, have that type of faith and bond in that type of union where even if it's not going so good, there's still you don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
You do not do that, right? So like, I kind of look at I'm gonna look at it from like the devil's side in the situation, the side of not faith, but more like, yeah. So she goes home and she has a nice relationship, nice little life, and he goes home. And he's a savage, and he's got a nice family. And then when the cat's away, the mice play. And yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
there's text messages about her complaining about her husband out there. It's crazy shit, dude. It really is. But at least this isn't happening to a player that's being drafted, because right now is about the time, the next 2 weeks, this is the time where you all of a sudden something pops up, like a Larry Tunsil with him getting high with the gas mask on, hitting the bong, and other things start popping up.
all the in-depth, or the digging, the investigating, the medical, any medicals,
Will Johnson, Will Johnson from last year. He
in the
second round.
All that, of course. I mean, look, when we say draft capital, it's an absolute investment. And these people, the general managers and the operations and this guy and that guy, they're getting the owner's permission to spend company money, to spend money wisely in efforts to make this the best product out there. So sure. But yeah, a lot of these guys are going to do due diligence and try to make sure that all their bases are covered. Absolutely. So, yeah, well, Laramie Tunsil, that's just stupidity. That's stupidity. With a gas, with a bomb gas, man, that's stupidity. But anything else, like any other the checkered stuff, yeah, of course. Like, look, man, as much as I love you, as much as you interviewed so well with us, we just found out that you were part of a group that robbed a bank when you were 14, 15 years old. We just found that out. Like, no.
Then the good teams pay attention to that, and then there's bad teams like the Falcons. Bruce Pierce had a reputation. Red flag after red flag after red flag.
And he interviewed well, and they were satisfied with what they got, and then the shit hit the fan.
Yes, it did. Big time.
10 months later. Character. That's right. Character. That's the type of stuff. We try, they try, the scouts all the way up and down. We try to not just give these dudes the benefit of the doubt, right? But we also try to weigh character, and that's not something that's not something that you could weigh. That doesn't come with a number, really. Like jumping up and knocking something for a vertical jump or a broad jump, that you get an assigned number to that.
Yeah.
But character, you're 10 plus. You're a 9. You can't do that. It doesn't work. Yeah, you're a good dude. You're a great dude. All right. Diana Rossini. Diana Rossini stole the show. Diana Rossini. I can't believe some of these people. It really goes to the heart of social media. It goes to the heart of where we are today as a society. Well, whatever. All right. We'll be back next week.
Yes,
Till
sir.
then, enjoy your week.
Yeah. Be
And
different. Make a difference. Stay blessed, everybody.
yes, sir.